but still really interesting ones. And like yesterday, our aim is to give you lots of insights, tips and conversations to take away. So, and hopefully we want to leave you feeling a little bit more inspired.
Yeah,
that is the purpose of this, to get together, to feel inspired, and to learn from each other so we can all go out and get that growth that we very much need. So, without further ado, I would like to welcome on stage CBI President Brian McBride. Brian, welcome.
Thank you, Simon, and good morning, everyone. For those of you who were at dinner last night, wasn't Nisha from Mowgli quite awesome? She's the first person...
It's up on Twitter for sure. I'm viewing it on YouTube.
She's the first person I've met who managed to keep Tony Dankert quiet for half an hour.
I'll send it to content.
But anyway, welcome to day 2. And as many of you know, this is my first conference as CBI President. And I want to start by echoing Simon and thanking our strategic partners, Accenture and Hayes, as well as our corporate partners, Phoenix Group, Related Argent, Shell and Visa. Now, we've got a great programme for you today, starting with the Leader of the Opposition, Keir Starmer, and we're delighted to have him with us. I know from talking with Rachel Reeves and others at the Labour Party conference that Keir's leading a party that's serious about business and serious about sustainable growth that this country needs. So we're all looking forward to hearing what he's got to say. But before that, I want to share a few reflections of my own,
I'm going to retweet it.
building on Tony's speech yesterday and what we heard from the Prime Minister. So, I've been President of the CBI for 5 months now, which in recent UK politics feels more than 5 years. Now, working in tech, I'm used to disruptors and disruptions, but this has been a bit wild even for me. But I took the job here because I believe in the CBI agenda, and that my experience working with companies, big and small, multinational and local, could help. Throughout my career, I've also seen the difference that business and government can make when they work together
on YouTube
for the benefit of all. So in my first few months at the CBI, I've been crossing the country, putting that insight and experience to use, meeting members from Bristol to Glasgow to Scunthorpe. I've been talking to you about your needs and the issues keeping you up at night. Rising costs, labour and skill shortages, political instability. And the Prime Minister and Chancellor deserve credit for focusing the fiscal statement last week on protecting the most vulnerable and delivering stability. Because we must reassure markets and secure stability to lay the groundwork for growth. Whatever's been said in recent weeks, growth is still the best answer to the problems of businesses and households. It's also how we want to adapt to a fast-changing world. Because the truth is, the world won't wait for the UK to get through this. Whether we like it or not, there are big shifts happening now on the global stage, and a future economy is emerging. It's defined by the impacts of climate change and the race to net zero, by geopolitical and demographic change, and perhaps, most of all, by accelerating technological change. And it was good to see the Prime Minister focus his speech yesterday on putting innovation at the heart of the UK economy. We're keen to work with the Government on that, particularly his request for ideas about innovation-focused regulation. That agility is so important, because I can tell you what I've seen in my career in tech, again and again, is that when you're faced with change of that pace and scale, it's not enough to hunker down and wait. It's the firms that step up and adapt, that survive and thrive. And that's just as true for the UK. The changes happening around us challenge our economy, but they also create opportunities for us to reach for growth. So what I want to talk about this morning is how I believe the UK can get ahead of the curve and grasp these opportunities. I think it will take 3 things. 1, powering up our startups and scale-ups. 2, building partnerships across the country and across the world to boost UK tech and innovation. And 3, increasing participation to get more people and more firms involved in the future economy. So first, powering up our startups and scale-ups for growth. Right now, we're a magnet for tech investment. Globally, we're second only to the US, and our tech startups drew a record $11.3 billion in Q1 of this year alone. That's helped make the UK one of only 3 countries, alongside the US and China, with over £100 billion unicorn companies. Start-ups and scale-ups are the keystone of the UK tech sector, which is now valued at over £1 trillion. So supercharging their success is one of the clearest ways of powering ahead. And the good news is that there are already investors champing at the bit to do just that. The bar is being raised, however. In the US, they are already creating a new generation, decacorns, businesses that scale to 10 billion in value. But at the CBI, we believe the UK can step up and match that. So we're launching a campaign to shine a light on the importance of scale-ups to the UK economy.